Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today I would like to talk about Bambu Labs' new material, PLA Pure, which uses only food-safe ingredients, and therefore the material itself is food-safe. So we can now print food-safe items on our 3D printers at home. Well, the short answer is no. End of the video. No, not really. Let me get into some details. So I've worked for 7 years in a candy factory, and whenever we were talking about food-safe 3D printed parts, we came to the conclusion that it's impossible with FDM. There are multiple reasons for that. Let me get into them very briefly. So for one, the material is one thing. So let's say we use PLA Pure, which is safe for food contact. You have no control over the metals used in the nozzles, and you can't prove that there is metal in the nozzle, and the metal compound, which is toxic, that gets leaked into the material, gets leaked into the printed part, and therefore contaminates your process. So that is one part. Then if we get the nozzle out of the game, so to say, we still have a print bed, which is, well, unknown. What is this made of? Is the surface food safe? What is about that? What is about the lubrication in the printer, VOCs in the printer, specks of dust or whatever from previous prints? So there are lots of little things that can get wrong in such a printer, or that are to be taken into consideration when talking about a food-safe 3D printer. And to my knowledge, there is not a single one FDM printer that is food safe or certified for food safe production. Not a single one. Maybe there is also not a market for those machines and nobody builds them. But if we are talking about consumer grade machines like Bambu Labs, Prusas, whatever, and any clones of whatever, no food certification whatsoever. Not possible if you take it seriously. And the next big thing, obviously, is how FDM works. You put layers on layers, and even if this is a 0.1 millimeter layer, just a little circle, we still have those nooks here where bacteria can live and grow, and the bacterium is 1/1000th of this size. So there is lots of bacteria that can get in here, and you can get nasty diseases. Take Colibacteria, which is very nasty stuff, and you can't wipe this off. You can't put it in a dishwasher or in disinfector, because PLA will just vanish and deform and get destroyed by temperatures high enough to be temperatures high enough so they kill bacteria. So lots of reasons why this doesn't work. And well, you could print with high temperature materials. You still would have to make sure your printer is fully certified, and well, that just doesn't work out. So the point is, PLA Pure, probably great material, but I would not get out there, print parts with that, like cookie cutters or whatever, put those on any platforms like Etsy, eBay, you name it, even your own online shops, and say this is a food safe part. You cannot ensure that with FDM printing. And I'm always saying FDM printing. I have something just in a second. You cannot ensure food safe parts with FDM printing, and that is fine. So if you're printing cookie cutters for yourself, made from PETG, made from PLA Pure, hey, do it. If you want to, just do it. And as always, it's not only risk is also always about how likely is something to happen. So I don't know, if you print your cookie cutter on a clean machine and you take it and make some cookies and bake them, they will probably be fine. So, but if you're reusing those cookie cutters and you're selling them and somebody gets sick, you're really, well, the word is not suitable for YouTube, so you are really in big trouble. So just have that in mind before everybody goes out, buys PLA Pure, and we will see Etsy and so on flooded with food-safe 3D prints in just a few days or weeks. So be careful about that. Now, I've always talked about FDM. What about other systems? And there is at least one option I know of, and that is SLA printing. So if you got an SLA printer, you can get, well, you can't get it that easily. There is a material by the company Loctite, which is called IND3785. And this is an SLA resin that was tested thoroughly for use in food and pharmaceutical applications by Loctite itself. But Loctite also says, well, you need to have a certified printer, you have to follow strict rules of handling the material and printing and so on to get a food safe part out of that. Obviously, SLA has very, very small layers, so scrubbing might not be an issue. But yeah, those printers, they cost a lot. Just look at a Form 4 and you would need the certified Form 4 at least for that. So you're probably looking at, like, I don't know, 10k euros investment to get such a production line up and running, which is a lot of money for selling, I don't know, cookie cutters on Etsy. But yeah, let's come back to the start. So PLA Pure from BambuLab alone, well, it might be fine if you're producing some cookie cutters for use at home, but please, please, please don't go out, tell people this is food safe, this is fine, nothing can happen to you. It's just more complicated. And I think that is something I can, well, that everybody can does. Just get to the AI system of your choice, Claude or ChatGPT or whatever, and ask it about EN 10/2011. That is the norm, the standardization for food safety all over Europe. And ask that system, hey, how does this work? Is it food safe if I use a food safe material? And will tell you, no, you need to have control over the whole process. And yeah, that's it from me on this topic. Just, well, I don't know what to say. I don't want to crush expectations. I just want to sensitize everybody out there for this issue, because it's really a tough topic. And I can tell you lots of people have, thought a lot about this, and it's not that easy. Just, yeah. That's all from me. Enjoy your day, have a nice weekend, and bye-bye.